That's it. We are live. Yes, we're here. We're here. You made it. Congrats. I want to just give you guys something to think about. This is really trippy to think about. I think about it quite often. And that is, we came from nature. We are in nature still. But we've created this man-made world of iPhones and gizmos and cameras and nail clippers and yoga mat sandals and whatever else we've got. Glass candle holders with plastic fake fire inside them. Get that. Chill out. Autofocus. So we've got lots of man-made things around us. But we came from nature. We came from rocks, rivers, and trees. And we've somehow created all of these. Yeah? How is that possible? How do we go from just, imagine being naked out in nature with the river in front of you, rocks all around you, and trees all around you, and some animals walking around, flying around, crawling around, and some insects under the ground, and on leaves. That's all you got. You got air as well. You get some rainfall. You outside naked in nature with a bunch of other humans. What happens is that humans get together, we use our marvelous brains, we use our marvelous minds, and perhaps we, ate some magical mushrooms or something like that, and we just became aware of how to do things differently. We became aware of how to create metal. We became aware of how to create clothing. We became aware of how to hunt animals and cook food. We became aware of how to grow food by planting it, taking the seed and planting it under the soil and watering it, nurturing it. We became aware of how to garden. We became aware of how to create a society. Became aware of how to live within a government structure. But these were all things that at one point we were not aware of how to do. And that is a macro example of something micro I want to talk about today. And the micro example I want to talk to you about today is in your own life there are things that you do not know how to do. But you see other people doing them, and you may have an imagination for yourself doing that thing, but you currently do not know how you're going to do it. In fact, the thing you want to do may seem so unrealistic, not only to you, but to everyone around you as well, that every time you bring it up, you get laughed at, you get scoffed at, and it's just like, dude, what's the point? Why are you even trying to think like that? There are things that you want that are just, they're in your imagination, and you really feel like that would be amazing to have or experience, but they just seem so unrealistic. Well, I want to tell you that it's okay for your dreams or your goals to seem unrealistic, because that's how look where we are now, and look where we were. We were in nature, naked with rocks, rivers, and trees, and now we're flying planes, we're going to frickin' Mars, we're flying around the earth, and we got cameras vlogging on YouTube, we get the internet. Like, you guys are watching me, you're probably in frickin' London, UK right now, or you're probably in California, and I'm in Vancouver, Canada. Like, we're far away. There's people in Thailand watching this, there's people all over the world watching this video. So what I want to say is, it doesn't matter how unrealistic what you want is. If you want it and you can visualize it, if you hold that vision, you can have it. It helps to brainstorm with other people for sure. If you want to go further, go together. If you want to go faster or something, go alone. But if you want to go further, if you want to really go deep into the journey, go together with people. Bring people with you. And that's why we all get on YouTube here. We want to feel that sense of community. That's one of the reasons I make YouTube videos, to create this glue in the community, so to speak, just to help keep the community together. That's why I go to these festivals, to feel part of community. The festivals I go to, like the Danish Fresh Food Festival, is happening in July, the UK Fruit Festival is happening in August, and the Woodstock Fruit Festival, which is also happening in August. The reason I go to these community events, these festivals, is because I love feeling that sense of belonging. I prepare all year long for these festivals. Everything I do, these videos I make, and you'll notice I promote these festivals quite a bit. The things I write on Facebook, the conversations I have with people on the phone, it's all to set people up for success so that they can integrate themselves nicely into community. Because relationships, really the quality of your relationships is going to really determine the quality of your life. If you have really shitty relationships with other people and yourself, you're going to have a really shitty life. And vice versa. If you have amazing relationships with other people, if you can just open up and express with people and you can get on that like-minded vibe right away, you can avoid arguments, you can get right down to the nitty-gritty, you can go deep with people in certain conversations, you can avoid the small talk, and you can just really see yourself in the other person, in other people, in everyone around you, then you're going to just feel so much more fulfilled at the end of each day. You're going to feel like you're actually living your life purpose. You're going to feel like what you're doing is the right thing. And we can practice our relationship skills either by reading a book and then going and applying something, or we can just jump on in, we can hit up a community like one of these festivals I was talking to you about, and we can experience it hands-on with other people. So I think that is really, really cool. But where am I going with this? I'm not quite sure, but one thing that just popped in my mind as I was telling you about the Danish Fresh Food Festival and the UK Fruit Festival and the Woodstock Fruit Festival is in Amsterdam. If you're going to be in Amsterdam this summer, I will be there as well. I'm hosting a 3-day retreat with my friend Andrea, and we're going to be creating this lifestyle upgrade retreat for you guys, and it's going to be about 15 to 20 hours worth of small group chat and one-on-one chat with people, exercises and technique applications, and group chats and group brainstorms, and just giving you everything I've got for those 3 days in Amsterdam. So if you guys are available July 28th to the 30th, then hit me up and we'll connect. I'll let you know more about that information as soon as possible. We don't have a website up yet, but it's going to be something amazing happening in Amsterdam this summer with myself and Andrea Page. And if you want to be a part of it, we'd love you to be a part of it as well. So what next? Let's briefly get into what I think this video is supposed to be about, and that is how, yes, raw veganism saved my life. How raw veganism saved my life. Raw food did save my life. Before becoming raw vegan, I was just like everyone else in high school, just going along like a sheep. There were a few outcasts, there were a few black sheep in high school, and I was definitely flirting with being one of those black sheeps. You know, I did the whole emo phase, and there weren't many emo people back then. But I just thought, hey, being emo seems really cool. It's a new way of expressing yourself. You can wear eyeliner, you can wear really tight pants, you can listen to music that really makes you feel something that not many people are willing to express. And I had a few people come up to me and be like, hey man, I like your style, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, that's really cool. But I also had a lot of people hating my style, saying, oh, you're emo, you're punk, you're goth, you're too dark, you should just go kill yourself, blah, 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 blah. You look like a girl, all these things. So it's really is a numbers game. The more people that are aware of who you are, the more people that are aware of what you're doing, the more impact you're making on the planet, the more people that you're going to have loving you and hating you. It's a numbers game. Even for someone as hated as Donald Trump, for example, there are millions and millions of people, perhaps even a couple billion people that adore him, that love him, which is crazy to think because many people just are committing suicide over him. Many people are leaving the country over him. So there's going to be polar opposites. This is Mother Nature. There are always going to be a polar opposite. There's polar opposites to everything. There's up, there's a down. There's low and there's a high. There's in, there's an out. There's black, there's white, there's light, there's dark, there's fat, there's skinny. There has to be healthy and sick. Because for everything in life, including life itself, there is an opposite. Death is the opposite of life. And yet, people get so upset over a polar opposite. They're like, oh my God, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. When it's like, the opposite exists. If you just put your focus on the opposite, then just know that will be more in your experience. So if there's something in your experience that you're not liking, just know that there is a polar opposite to it, and you can put your attention, you can put your focus, you can put your energy towards what you actually do want in life. All right? So if there's someone on YouTube you don't like, don't worry about them. There's another channel that's probably talking about the exact opposite thing. For everyone that believes in a round earth, there's a bunch of people that believe in a flat earth as well. There's polar opposites to everything. And when it comes to being raw vegan, there are people who are going to insinuate, there are going to be people who insist that raw is not the way, that raw is not law, that we were designed to eat cooked food. But here I am on this channel, I stand with you guys in the belief that raw is law. If you look in nature, everything that's alive is raw. Everything that's alive is raw. And not a single animal out in nature is cooking their food. They're just not. They're not cooking their food. They don't need to. You don't need to cook food to stay alive. Unless all you've got is a bunch of inedible raw foods that you literally do have to cook to stay alive and to consume calories from. But as human beings in 2017, soon to be 2018, soon to be 2020, we are in the mother effing future, bro. We've got iPhones, we've got cameras, we've got planes, we've got UPS, we've got Amazon Prime, next day shipping, we've got anything and everything we need, the tips of our fingertips. Click of a button. We can do raw vegan. We can do raw vegan. We can go to these festivals and get inspired and let that inspiration last us an entire year until the next festival comes around. We can get on YouTube, we can start cranking out videos and sharing what we've learned with other people and say, hey look, raw veganism has worked for me, it has saved my life. Here are 4 ways in which it saved my life. Boom, 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 boom. We can do that, we're doing that, I'm doing that. You're watching it. So check it out. Here are the 4 ways raw veganism has saved my life. The first thing, it's given me more energy. I used to think that we have to get energy. I used to think that you have to eat food to get energy. I used to think that you had to, drink some caffeine powder or some pre-workout energy drink to have energy to go to the gym. I used to think that, yeah, you had to get energy. But you don't get energy, you release it. Your body is constantly releasing bits of energy. And if you just unkink the hoses, you're going to be flowing like a smooth hose, man, a smooth garden hose. And you're going to be nurturing and watering everything around you. And it's just going to feel good. It's going to be very pleasurable to have that flow. So we don't get energy, we release it. And a little story to demonstrate this is that if I was asleep at 3 in the morning and my neighbor came over and asked me if I wanted to watch a movie, I'd be like, are you effing kidding me, bro? I'm trying to sleep. Seriously, shut up, go away. I'm trying to sleep. I'd be like, oh, back to sleep. I'm so tired. So tired. I don't want to watch a movie. 3 in the morning, why do I want to watch a movie? Then, 20 minutes later, 3:20, same night, I'm exhausted. 3:20, my freaking fire alarm starts going off. Beep, 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 beep. I wake up, I start smelling smoke, I start seeing flames. I'm like, holy mother of sweet pearl. I gotta put that fire out, and I gotta get out of the house, save my family, save my friends, save my dog or cat if I have one, grab the photo albums, GTFO. Now, thank God we already digitized all the photo albums. So even if we do lose the photo albums, they're all on the cloud right now. So that's cool. But yeah, just grab your shit and go. Don't even grab your shit, just go. Grab your mom, grab your dad, grab your uncle, aunt, sister, brother, and go. Get out of the house. We have so much energy all of a sudden at 3:20 in the morning. Battery's about to die. So if this video gets cut, you'll know why. So that's first thing you got to realize is that we don't get energy, we release it. And when you're eating a raw vegan diet, the energy is so much easier to be released because you're not putting yourself into submission. You're not just absolutely loading up on all these hard to digest foods and just sending all that energy that normally would be released. You're sending all that energy in towards dealing with that food. And a lot of people, they don't want all of this abundance of energy because they're like, oh my God, then I can't sleep, and then I actually start feeling things, and I start thinking things I normally wouldn't have thought. Then I won't fit into society as much, I won't be suppressed, I won't be sedated. And I just can't do that raw vegan life. And that's fine, I understand. If you don't want to suppress, if you don't want to express yourself and you do genuinely want to suppress yourself, because when you do express yourself, some things come up and you don't want to look at them, that's fine, I get it. You can go eat your sorrows away and just suppress that until death do you part. That's your choice. But for me, as a 26-year-old living in Canada, who loves to creatively express myself, I really do benefit from eating a raw vegan diet because I'm not being suppressed. My energy is not being suppressed. It's allowed to flow out really easily and effortlessly. So that's the first benefit. It's just more energy on a raw vegan diet because the food is just so easy to digest. And that's the next benefit, my digestion. This benefit number 2 is digestion. All the foods I eat, they rub right into my skin. They do. I just take a bit of melon, I rub it into my skin, it's absorbed instantly automatically. It's just, nothing even shows up. It's just gone. Avocado, same thing. Banana, same thing. Papaya, same thing. Mango, same thing. Nectarine, same thing. It just rubs right in. It's instantly absorbed when I consume it. When I swallow it, it goes into my intestines. And your intestines, you can really only digest what you can liquefy. Whatever you can liquefy, you can digest. Everything else just get pooped out. What do you call pooped out matter? You call it an indigested food, undigested food. That's why when you eat a bunch of carrots or eat a bunch of corn, you take a poop, you see that in your poop. Even if you ate a bunch of flax crackers or something, you'd see all the seeds or chia seeds in your poop. So whatever you don't liquefy, you just poop right out. Your body has to process that. So that's why liquid fast, liquid diets, like a juice fast or even just a water fast, are very beneficial for the body because the body doesn't have to break anything down. It allows your body to release so much more energy, and when you're releasing all this energy, you're also releasing a bunch of weight as well, and toxins as well. So a lot of people lose weight and lose detox and do crazy amounts of detox when they're doing raw vegan or when they're doing a juice fast or water fast. But that's the second benefit, is your digestion is just so much better. You don't have bloating, you don't have energy dips as a result of poor digestion, you don't have mood swings as a result of poor digestion, you don't have acne as a result of poor digestion, you don't have any sleep issues as a result of poor digestion, and everything is just smooth. You don't have all this gas, you don't have all this body odor as a result of poor digestion. So the third benefit I want to talk about, which I just briefly mentioned there, is you don't have these crazy mood swings as a result of poor digestion. If you eat really shitty food, you're going to experience really shitty mood. And if you eat really high vibe food, you're going to experience really high vibe mood. Food is mood. You put good in, you're going to get good out. When you put like ridiculously delicious fruit inside your mouth, you're going to like be, oh my god, how does this exist? How is this even legal? This tastes so effing good. So fruiting good. So good. And you're just so happy you want to share it with everyone. You want to share the wealth. So that's a huge benefit. And that's really the reason I'm on this diet long term. Because I used to get mood swings like crazy. Things used to get under my skin. I used to get really frustrated with things. I used to throw temper tantrums. I used to physically hit things like BAM! Or like I take this and just like fucking like snap it. Ugh. Just get really angry. I don't do that anymore. I like laugh at that. Like how? How did I used to be like that? I'm much more observant of my emotions and my feelings and where I'm focused now. And I really credit that to Raw Vegan for having that mental clarity in order to observe my thoughts and feelings so that I can more healthfully deal with them or transmute them into positive modes of expression. So my mood is absolutely amazing now. It's much more stable, and stable is not bored. Stable is not flatline sedated. Stable is more like vroom, 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 nice and smooth. Vroom, vroom, vroom. This is my mood now. It's like, it goes in cycles for sure, but it's very smooth and it's pleasurable. It's like vroom, vroom, vroom. Whereas before it was like, everyone's got mood cycles, by the way. But most people, it's like, they're in reacting mode. They're reacting. Oh my god, this is great. Oh my god, this sucks. Oh my god, this is great. Oh my god, this sucks. This sucks. This really sucks. This is horrible. This is amazing. Oh my god, this sucks. They're just in this constant reaction mode cycle. But when you're raw vegan, when you're meditating a lot, when you've got great moods happening, you're just like, vroom, 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 vroom. And you're just like, oh my god, life is pleasurable. All right, I'm going to change the battery on this so this thing doesn't cut out when I'm in mid-conversation. See you soon. And we're back. So far we've covered 3 benefits with the raw vegan diet. We've covered energy, we've covered digestion, and we've covered mood. And the 4th benefit I want to talk about is improved sleep. Just better sleep. If your sleep sucks, your day is going to suck. You're just not going to be recovered. Your nervous system's going to be shot. You're going to be looking for caffeine. Your willpower is going to be lower. You're going to be looking for stimulants in food and in people and in drugs and sex and rock and roll and all, even more late nights. Bright lights. But when you're getting great sleeps, when you're sleeping well, you're sleeping deeply, you're hitting those deep levels of sleep, and you're dreaming well, you're waking up feeling absolutely fresh, you're gonna just be living on another planet, man. Planet Earth won't be the same. Planet Earth won't be the same. And I can just give you a quick experiment to do right now if you want. Don't sleep for 48 hours. Then walk around your neighborhood and tell me how planet Earth is looking, how's it feeling. It's different. Life is so different when you don't sleep the night before, or when you don't even sleep that well the night before. Life is different when you're living on stimulants to keep yourself awake. But it's also very different, and for the better, different in a very positive way when you're getting enough sleep. And sleep is so easy to come by when you're eating a raw vegan diet because, again, you've got no kinks in the hose. You don't have things that are causing upset stomach or chest burns or causing you to have headaches. They will keep you up at night. And you don't have this need to go and have a coffee or to have stimulants to keep yourself awake because the fruit is giving you everything you need. The peaches, the plums, the pears, the nectarines, the apples, the figs, they're making you feel amazing. They're not making you feel amazing, but they're allowing you to feel amazing. So you don't need to go for these stimulants. And when you don't go for stimulants, you don't stay up later than you need to. So your sleep is just improved, man. I remember the most vivid dreams I ever had when I was doing Coconut Water Island. Coconut Water Island for 22 days, and around like day 7, day 8, I was having just the craziest effing dreams, man. It was amazing. Like, I was having 2 lives. I was having the life where I'm like awake, conscious like this, and I was having the other life in my dream state where I was strictly in observing mode. And I was just like watching myself live this life. And I'd wake up and I would learn from the experiences that I had just observed. Like if I had had a conversation with someone in my dream, I'd wake up in this conscious state and then be able to apply what I learned from that conversation in my dream to now my real life waking state. Kind of like I'm doing right now with this YouTube video. I'm sharing with you what I had learned in a dream. I'm creating content based on what I had learned in a dream. And that's all thanks to raw veganism. That's all thanks to raw veganism. When your mind is not, or when your energy and blood flow is not directed towards digesting this food, blood flow is up here. You've got way more energy up here to be creative and to be laser sharp, to be clear with what it is you want to do in life and what it is that you enjoy doing, and you're clear on what it is you don't want to do, and you can double down on what you do want to do and delegate what you don't want to do a lot easier, because you're just like, you know what, I've cut out all the other crap in my life, I've cut out all this shitty food, my diet is so good and I feel so good, I don't want anything to hamper that. I don't want to be experiencing any life experiences that's going to lower that vibe at all. So you just start cutting out other things in life as well. You start cutting out extremely late nights, you start cutting out really toxic people, toxic relationships, you start cutting out just bad drugs, you start cutting out negative karmic actions that you might have normally done in the past, like maybe stealing something or just blaming people for things. You start being a better person overall, because you want to match everything that you do with how good the raw vegan lifestyle has been treating you. So these are just a few of the ways that raw veganism has saved my life. And I used to experience insomnia. I should finish off on the sleep topic. I used to experience insomnia. I could not sleep unless I smoked weed. And the times when I tried to go to bed without smoking weed, I stayed up. I didn't sleep. I went to school the next day without sleeping. The next night I came home like, I'm not going to smoke weed. Again, same thing. Didn't smoke weed. I didn't sleep. 2 days in a row, didn't sleep, went to high school. That was my grade 12 year when I was trying to quit. When I was trying to prove to myself that, oh, I'm not addicted. I was effing addicted, man. I was fruiting addicted. And I finally got off it. I weaned myself off. And so I went from smoking it every day to then vaporizing it a lot every day, to then vaporizing it a little bit every day, to then turning the vape down to a very low degree. So I was basically just inhaling some THC air, which still got me kind of high. And then I was just like, you know what, why do I have a $700 Volcano vaporizer machine? I could just sell that and go travel with it. So I sold the Volcano vaporizer, got off the weed, went to Costa Rica, went to Panama, started this Fruit Living YouTube channel. Now here I am many years later, still making videos because this stuff works. My diet hasn't changed in 8 years. It hasn't needed to. It was really good 8 years ago. I was focusing on the fruit, and that's what I'm still doing now to this day. There's people constantly trying to change their diet, trying to do crazy things like, okay, I'm going to do paleo, I'm going to do gluten-free, I'm going to actually add in some gluten, I'm actually going to do 100% fruit, I'm actually going to go back to 100% potatoes, like I'm going to do 100% seafood diet or the Mediterranean diet or the zone diet. They're going all over the place. But when you get on raw veganism, you're like, holy crap, I found it. This is the holy grail. It works. This is the silver bullet. It's going to work for the rest of my life. You just know that that's the case. There are people who've been doing raw veganism for 30, 40 years, and they're just living by it still to this day. And you don't really see that in other diet movements. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching this video. It's a lot longer than I expected it to be, but whatevs. If you guys want shorter videos, just let me know. And I'll probably ignore you because I just like to do what I like to do anyway. But if you do like short videos, let me know. Feedback is interesting. I read every comment. I don't reply to every comment, but I'll read every comment. And yeah, I just really thank you guys for watching. This is amazing that I can share my journey and what works for me with other people, and then have other people actually take action on the things I say, or take action on just the inspiration that they're feeling from watching these videos, and then get back to me and say, dude, this really worked for me as well. I'm just like, yes, awesome, cool. And I love to experience like these sorts of conversations with you in real life. There's many people who've met me in real life after meeting me after knowing me on the internet for quite some time, and I always ask them like, hey, do you think I'm like the same in real life as I am online? And they're like, well, you're just more like holistic in real life. Like you swear in real life, you listen to like rap and rock music in real life, you might stay up late a few times in real life, you might say some things or think some things that I wouldn't expect you to say or think about in your YouTube videos. And I just like showing people that I am a human being. Come meet me in real life. I do have flaws. I do have weaknesses. I'm not perfect. There are many things I'm still working on. There are many things I don't really care about working on. And I have a, my grandma says I have an answer for everything. She's like, you're just like your father. You have an answer for everything. And I'm like, well, I have an idea about everything. I can come up with ideas quite quickly. But I don't always have the right answer. And I'm always down for experimenting. And I'm always down for getting other people to try out things that they're curious about and then get back to me and let me know how it worked for them. And if I'm inspired, then I'll take similar action. But yeah, I would just love to meet up with you guys in real life. So if you're in Amsterdam this summer and you want to meet up, let's do it. I'll be having that 3-day retreat. I'll give you more information on that in the next video, hopefully. And if you're in Denmark, hit up the Danish Fresh Food Festival. If you're in the UK, if you're in London, if you're in England, hit up the UK Fruit Festival, early August, August 2nd. And if you're in America and you want to come to New York, if you want to come to the Woodstock Fruit Festival, man, there's like already over 500 people signed up. Use the code COMEFRUIT and you'll save yourself $100 on all those festivals I just listed. And we'll meet up in real life and we'll hang out. So thanks so much for watching. Peace out. If you're not subscribed already, hit the red sub button down below. And if you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you watched the entire dang thing, let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much. And let me know what you did while you watched this video. That I want to know. Did you click through other tabs while you're watching this video? Are you on Facebook right now scrolling through the feed? Are you on Tumblr right now? Are you on Snapchat? Are you like trying to Snapchat something? Maybe you're going to Snapchat this right now and say, hey Ted, I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to Snapchat you. You can be like, are you Snapchatting? Oh God. I want to know what you're doing. Post in the comments down below. Let me know if you're Snapchatting me. If you're Snapchatting your computer right now, Snapchatting me right now. It's really confusing, but you'll see in my Snapchat. Add me on Snapchat. Let me know what you're doing, and I'll be stoked to find out. Maybe you're stretching. Maybe you're eating dinner with your family, in which case I'm sorry for saying the F word if I ever said the F word. I don't know if I said the F word in this video. I don't think I did. I said effing, which stands for fruiting. So it's a passionate word of mine, fruiting. Passionate about fruit, passionate about fruiting up the world. All right, before I say anything wrong, adios. Peace out from Vancouver, Canada.